Hey guys, welcome back. Jim and Doug Show, episode number 39.
Yes.
What do you think
Oh,
of
it's
that, partner? Huh?
yeah. Time's flying, man. Time's flying. Every episode, you keep getting better and better. Hopefully our listeners think the same way. But yeah, definitely, move forward.
Thanks to all our listeners. So let's get right into it, kid. Your Giants, they showed up yesterday. How about that?
Well, one half of the team showed up, I would say.
I know.
I don't think the defense. I mean, the defense forced turnovers. I went to the game actually.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, it was a fun day. But it was for two teams with subpar records, it was actually one of the best games I've seen. It was just very back and forth. The offense came into play finally. I mean, you know what? I'll say, I've said a lot my piece about Eli, but if you protect him, and that's it says a lot. But if you protect him and he has time to throw, he can still make some throws. So they did a good job of giving him some easy throws. And I think the most important thing that they did that they haven't done in a long time was establish the run early. They just came out and the line was able to push the Tampa defensive line around and create holes early for Barkley to run. And Barkley did something that he has been doing, which was getting kind of the ugly yards. He's always kind of either getting 0, 0, 0, and then breaks one for 40. He's been trying to bounce everything to the outside, and that works a lot. But this past game, he was really just kind of getting the ugly yards, getting 6 yards, getting 5 yards. Finding a way to grind it out.
If you block for me, I could throw those passes too. I mean,
yeah,
really?
I know, but I'm just saying, like, they established the run, and he was able to get the ugly yards, and he kind of every time Barkley touched the ball, it was a positive gain. He's been getting hit for a loss a couple times, dancing a little bit back there. Not that time. And
yeah, but I told you, this guy's a superstar. He's a superstar.
That was his best game by far, I think, because say what you want about him, but he every so often he'll get hit in the backfield for a loss because they didn't block. Now he's kind of pushing ahead. At least this game, he pushed ahead, and he was able to gain the tough yards instead of trying to look for the big play every time. I think that led to what was easily their best offensive game this year. And
I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're not in this guy's camp yet, but you should be.
I'm 1,000% in this camp. I think that was his best game. And I'm telling you, like, everyone's, he's so perfect. I think he made an improvement in himself, and he the coaches have been saying it too. Get the ugly yards. Push ahead, and not every play is going to be a touchdown. He took that to heart, and he made a change in his game. So it made me fall even more in love with him. I think he made an improvement in his game that not a lot of people saw. So I think that led to the play action pass being there, and Eli getting more time to throw. And that was a big, step forward with what they did. So, going to Philly.
I told you, this guy's a superstar. He's a stud. He's
got a great head on his shoulders. I'm telling you, that goes a long way with me.
There was a good thing on yesterday when they're talking about Pat Shurmur, Spielman. Yeah. Chris Spielman called the game, and I remember him at Ohio State. Same class. Pat Shurmur was an offensive lineman at Michigan State. I had no idea about that. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah, he's a big old line guy.
Yeah.
Michigan State. That's where his bread was buttered. So he knows how to coach the offensive line. So that's why I expect more out of that offensive line. But a good showing. The defense was not a good showing, but
Yep. And a tough day, this Alex Smith. Oh, the Theismann anniversary. Wow.
Oh, that was. I saw it when I got home. That was not pretty.
Whoa.
You never want. Not only that, but it was the same score, same yard line, 33 years to the day. I mean, You can't. That's just definitely very eerie. We wish him the best for sure. I mean, you never want to see anything like that. And that was.
I told you, I always liked Alex Smith. I always thought he got a raw deal, in San Francisco,
for sure.
Wow, that's bad. I don't think he's coming back from that. Nobody comes back from that.
Oh no, I mean, he's getting up there in age anyway, as far as for a quarterback. But um, Theismann, that happened a long time ago. Modern medicine has made advancements, so I hope that he can get back out there because that was very ugly.
Yep. Well, we'll see. So it was a good Sunday. There was, boy, to the Saints. You're right. You mentioned it before, but I wasn't a seller of the Saints. But they're just blowing everybody out of the water here.
They're the best team right now. They really are. I think they're playing head and shoulders above anybody. Even the game they lost, they put up 40 points. So I don't know, man. I'm afraid for the rest of the league right now because that team is clicking on all cylinders. I say that a lot, but they really are.
How about the Colts though? This Luck, he's really turned it around. How about that, man? And I told you I was on board with him, but wow.
Well, I think the big thing with them is the offensive line play. He hasn't been sacked in like 5 weeks now, and that's like the longest. And everyone's used to saying. Everyone's used to saying Andrew Luck, is getting sacked, and he takes a lot of hits and he gets hurt. But guess what? This year he hasn't been almost touched in 5 games. That's the key to their success right there. I mean, he has time to make plays and he has time to look down the field. The receivers, they don't have that. They use their tight ends a lot, but they don't have a lot of playmakers. But Luck is that good that he's making these guys look like superstars out there.
Oh, I love that he's fucking tearing it up though. It's great.
Oh,
I love it.
Oh yeah, I definitely like him. I root for him a lot. But yeah, the Colts, I mean, they're looking like they're on Houston's tail. They're fighting for a wild card spot. That last spot in the AFC is going to be really up for grabs.
Oh, it's wide open. No question about it.
Baltimore, I don't know. I think we might have seen the last of Flacco. I'm not.
You probably have. His days are over. Yeah, they're going to turn it over to Lamar Jackson.
And I don't think he was, phenomenal as a quarterback yesterday, but he made enough plays to win. And that dimension that he has, I know he carried the ball 27 times, which is an insane amount for a quarterback, but he made the plays that he needs to make to win, and he just adds he's a completely different player than Joe.
I agree. I think
a whole other
days are numbered. Yeah, I think they're numbered.
A whole other dimension to that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
So good stuff in the NFL. Let's move on to college. Yeah. Did you go to the Notre Dame game on Saturday?
Too rich for my blood. I was buried in homework too. So Saturday was not my day to leave the house. So I watched it though. I wanted to go. It's like $270 to get in. It was too much for me.
Yeah, I know. And it was kind of, Syracuse didn't even show up. I was very surprised. It was a shutout, right? The whole thing. I was like, wow.
Yeah, Syracuse did not show.
We were looking at that as a possible upset kind of thing.
Everyone was. That was supposed to be the game of the day in college football because there was no other good games on Saturday.
Yeah,
and that
was terrible.
Was looked at as was supposed to be the close game, but the close game really was Ohio State almost lost to Maryland.
I told you, Ohio State's not going anywhere. I don't know what's going on there, but.
So what do you think is going to happen this weekend, though? They're playing Michigan on Saturday.
I'm going to take Ohio State in this game. I know it's going on a limb, but I'm not a big seller of Jim Harbaugh right now. So, what do you think?
I think Michigan's going to win. I'm just not impressed with Ohio State really. I think that they kind of been getting by, with subpar performances like they just had with Maryland. They haven't been playing much defense. With Bosa out, I'm not. Haskins is good, but I'm not overly impressed with him. I think Patterson's a better player. I don't know. Ohio State just doesn't have the it factor for me. Michigan's been playing hot. I know they lost to Notre Dame, but since then they've pretty much been playing good football, and they've been doing what it takes to kind of get themselves in the picture. And Harbaugh needs this game. Harbaugh, we've talked about it in the past. He never wins the big game with them. I think he's 0-3.
Well, I mean that's the whole thing. He's 0-3 against these guys, and I know Ohio State looked kind of blasé last weekend, but I think they're gonna stand up and take Michigan down and knock them out.
Okay. Okay.
West Virginia got knocked out. Right?
Breaking news right now. Breaking news that just came to my phone. Yankees acquire James Paxton from the Mariners. So let's see.
It's not like Machado.
Paxton's very good though. We need a pitcher. We needed a pitcher
here. That's breaking news though, but
yes, right. It is. I'm telling you, this guy's good. Look his stats up. James Paxton was an all-star pitcher for the Mariners. Justice Sheffield is going to the Mariners as well as 2 other prospects.
All right.
That's the trade. Wow, I'm telling you, that's a big move for the Yankees right there.
I don't know if it's news breaking, but yeah, that's all right. All right, we could use a pitcher. We'll take it.
All right. Well, when this guy is starting in the playoffs, we'll have to come back to this.
All right.
Definitely, I think it's a big move. Anyway, back to college football. So in short, you're taking Ohio State. You're not a Harbaugh believer.
No.
I am. I'm not a Harbaugh believer, but I think this is his time.
And West Virginia, they got knocked out. Boy, I thought they were going to be willing to sneak in, but they got knocked out.
Yeah. West Virginia. Yeah. They're. I had a hard time seeing them make it to the playoff anyway.
Well, I think if the door was open and they let it slip away. I was a little surprised, but
yeah, it was open, but they would have had to beat Oklahoma twice, which is tough in itself. I kind of see them because they're going to play again in the conference championship game after playing.
Well, that's who's going to sneak in. Oklahoma. They're going to be the 4th team after Michigan gets knocked out this weekend.
That's your prediction? Okay,
I
can see that. They have to, like I said, they got to beat West Virginia twice because if they take a loss in any of those games, they're not going to be in.
Yeah.
So that's a tough. That's tough. In itself. I know it's tough to beat Ohio State in Ohio State. That's for sure. But it's going to be a wild weekend. But I think Notre Dame punched their ticket with that win.
Absolutely. They did. They did. No question.
So they punched their ticket. They should beat a subpar USC team pretty handily Saturday.
Hey, and kudos to Army moving into the top 25. First time in 20
I didn't know that.
Number 25 or 24 or something. Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, good. Well, I usually wait for Tuesday for the playoff rankings. That's what I go by. So.
I think it's great. Loving to see Army in there. That's great.
Great. Yeah, good stuff. Well, they're very good this year. They really are. They're well coached. Obviously, the Army Navy game is always must watch. But that's definitely a good sign.
Hey, so let's move on. That's great, good college stuff. It's like I said, it's a big weekend coming up. But let's talk about high school football.
All right. So, well, you tell me. I mean, my Sparta team's been out. They lost a close game to Rampo. We talked about it.
I know.
Our neighbor to the north, Kittatinny, beat our other neighbor, Newton, to win Group 2. So they're going to move on and face Rutherford in at MetLife Stadium. So they're going to be in the Group 2 final. So I guess I'll pull for them. They're a local team.
Yeah,
so tell me about
that's awesome.
Tell me about the St. Joe's update here. Let's hear it. I actually don't even know who won. So tell me.
Well, Ramapo's playing in the finals, right?
Against Riverdale.
Right.
They might have actually already played. Because Rampo beat Riverdale.
There's a whole thing. It's kind of crazy because St. Joe's is playing this weekend, and it was always a week after Thanksgiving, but they're playing this weekend, and then the teams that are playing on Thanksgiving Day are playing the week after. That's how the schedule is playing out. So.
Well, how did St. Joe's do against?
They beat St. Peter's. It was 24-14. It was awesome.
Oh, good game. Okay. All right, that's what I was angling for. So now they're facing Bosco.
Oh, the number one team. It was number one game of the year, 1 versus 2. Bergen versus St. Joe's on Saturday. Saturday night, 7:00, marquee game, Giant Stadium.
Is that Giant? You're going?
Unless it's my funeral, of course I'm going.
All right. Saturday, 7:00, Giant Stadium. I'll have to keep tabs on that because I'm always interested to see how it shakes out. St. Joe's versus Bergen, and you guys beat them already?
No, we lost to them. Bergen beat us this year. That's why we had 2 losses. But Bergen is, they're a great team, no question about it. So, if we're going to win this, we got to bring our A game, kind of thing.
Okay, but it's definitely not out of the reach for you guys. You don't think Bergen's unbeaten?
No, we're in the mix here.
No question about it. Who did Bergen lose to this year? I know they have a loss. Bosco?
It may have been Bosco. It was kind of. I'm not sure. But that's the right matchup. Number 1 versus number 2, marquee game, Saturday night, 7:00, Giant Stadium. That's what you wanted, right? That's what New Jersey wanted, right?
You can't ask. You can't ask for. I think no matter what, out of those 4 teams, you were going to get a great game. But that's number 1 and 2, so that's the best you could hope for. But Peters and Bosco are always, they're always up there as well. So no matter what, you're going to get a great game out of those. So I think they had it made no matter what. No.
Right. Well, we took care of Peters twice this year. It was awesome. First game was kind of a rainstorm. You could write that off, but we took care of business on this past Saturday, and it was great. And Bergen did too. They beat Bosco, and so this was the right matchup. This is what they wanted, and it's what we wanted. So.
Oh, sure. Got to get revenge for that early season loss.
Yep.
So, all right, so baseball, besides the move that was just made, have you heard anything about anything in the hot stove? It's kind of quiet.
No, they were all talking about Machado, and like I said, I still think the Yankees aren't going to even sign up for this, but I didn't realize that Harper turned down $30 million a year for 10 years,
Yeah, he did. He's going to get more.
Who's going to get more, though? That's the whole thing.
I think that's where he's going to end up in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. They got that kind of dough?
Yeah, they do. They're ready to. The owner said we're ready to spend. So I think that's what. I still think Machado's going to end up with us.
I know you do. You're banking on that. I know that.
I don't want him, but I just think he's. I don't think we should get him, but I do think it's going to happen.
All right. Well, we're going to find out in the next 2 weeks, I guess.
We will.
Right?
We will see. All right. So how about let's recap our picks from last week.
Okay, let's do it because Jim again, ho hum, another 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I had Tennessee and Indy. I had Indy, and I had Denver at the Chargers, which they gave up at the end, which is kind of strange, but. And I had Chicago last night, so 2 out of 3.
We went head-to-head on the Chicago game. I took Minnesota, and I know that. So I was wrong. What were my other 2? I had
Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. You took the Steelers, which they eked out, which was good. So that's a W. And you had Carolina at Detroit, and you had you've been You've had this Cam Newton in your camp all year, and I'm saying I'm not sure why, but you got him.
Well, he was producing for me early on. They've kind of hit a rough patch now, so it's hard. But I'm ready for this week, but I'm gonna let you go first.
All right, so here's my picks. I got Washington on the Thanksgiving game at Dallas, right?
Yep.
I can't see Washington even showing up, but so I'm taking Dallas. Much to my chagrin, but I got Seattle at Carolina, and now I'm gonna ride your Carolina team because I don't. At home, I think they need this win big time, so I think they're good. And Miami, Indy. I'm gonna ride this Indy wave because I'm a big Luck fan. So those are my 3 picks.
All right. Well, at the request of Mike Garvey, I got an email from you. I saw that, Mike. He's requesting that we make our picks with the spread now. He says we got to get with the times. That's what he said. So, and I agree.
Well.
I agree. So I'm gonna make mine with the spread. I'm gonna honor that request. So here we go. So Giants at Philly. What happened? We didn't even talk about this. Philly just looks like a mess right now. Their secondary is they're pulling guys off the street for their secondary. They can't stop the pass at all. Wentz, he had probably the worst game of his career yesterday. There's arguments on the sideline. They just got the Super Bowl hangover. And meanwhile, the Giants are kind of chugging along. They've kind of righted the ship a little bit, 2 wins in a row, feeling good, feeling like they want to run the table. So I'm going to take the Giants +7 this week. I think the Giants may not win, but they'll keep it close. Philly's not a world beater this year. They're not the same team. So I'm going to take them.
Okay. All right.
Thanksgiving. I'm going to go with the early game here. Chicago -4 at Detroit. Detroit was able to right the ship a little bit last week. They got a little win against Carolina. But I think that all that feel good is going to end on Thursday. Chicago looks like they smell blood in the water right now. They want to win this division. The defense is really kind of really clicking. It's all coming together. Matt's finally healthy again, so you can see what they can do with him.
They looked good last night, so I'll give you that.
They did. I might be feeding off that, but I just think that they have blood in the water right now. They're only laying 4. So I think it'll be low scoring, 17-10, 20-13, but I think the Bears cover that number.
I know, but for some reason, Detroit plays well on Thanksgiving.
I never know what to make of Detroit, to be honest with you. I picked them right a few times. I picked them wrong a few times, but I don't know what team's going to show up. So every time I think they're going to show up, they don't. So I'm going to go against them this week. So we'll see how they do.
They always show up on Thanksgiving, though. I'm just letting you know that. Letting you know that. All right?
They do. I agree with you there, but I think they'll lose. They'll lose.
All right, what's your third game here?
My third game here. Okay. All right, so we talked a little bit about it. The Chargers didn't look, particularly good yesterday. Obviously, they lost on the road to Denver. That's a divisional game. As we both know, those can go either way. So they're facing the lowly Arizona Cardinals this week, who just lost to the Raiders.
Where's that game? Is San Diego or Arizona?
LA Chargers are home. So they're home. Arizona's going to come into their building. Chargers are laying 13. I like that 13. It's less than 2 touchdowns, which I think the Chargers should easily be able to beat them by. So Chargers are my third pick. So Giants +7, Lions -4, Chargers -13. So Mike, I got your picks with the spread. So there you go.
All right. I can't get on board with Rivers. I just can't. I know. Of course, they should win the game, but I don't know if they're going to win by 14. That's my thing.
That's why they play the games. You never know. But I think I just can't I just can't see the Cardinals being even in that game. I just don't. They're just not a good team, and the fact that they just lost to Oakland just feeds into that to me. So,
I get it.
Yeah. So, all right.
Listen, real quick before we check out, there was a thing on 60 Minutes. You watch it last night?
No, I didn't. I was out to dinner. I didn't catch it.
There was a thing on this guy Tim Green. I don't know if you remember him. I certainly remember him. He was a linebacker, went to Syracuse, played for the Falcons for years, and now he's got ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yes. I've heard the name before.
What a stand-up guy, top and bottom, and I even remember him playing at Syracuse. What a mess. And I get it, and everyone's going, well, it's due to the NFL, and I said, well, I'm not sure, because, there's a lot of people that get, ALS kind of thing, but what a great thing. If you didn't see it, just check it out on YouTube or something, because it was quite a piece. All right.
That's the recommendation for all the listeners too. Check that out. I'll listen to it. I'll definitely check it out. ALS, God, I hate. That's just a brutal disease. It's
not. And this guy's handling it with class, and it's amazing. Just check it out if you can.
We'll do. We'll do. Okay.
So let's send a shout out to our sponsors, right? You know,
Yep.
Harley Davidson of Utica and Lynch Toyota of Manchester, Connecticut. They've been with us the whole time, so it's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then
I hope to see you Saturday night in Giant Stadium because you get some of the best high school.
I'm gonna be around.
Games.
You know what? I may stop in for that. You may get a text from me that I'm on my way. So
okay.
that's gonna be something, right? That game, I'll give you that. So it's not too cold. Like I can't, you know, I don't do that well in the elements with the cold. I'll sit there for a Giants game, but it's tough. So let me check the weather forecast. I'll see.
I think the team your Sparta guys lost to Ramapo. I think they're playing in the morning. Actually, I think it's actually 10:00 in the morning. Believe it or not.
At that game, at that stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
The the St. Charles Bergen game is at 7. That's the marquee game. So. You know.
I believe it. All right. So you may get a text from me that I'm heading over. So you never know. But
right.
let's before we go, let's all give a shout out to listeners. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy it. Be safe. You know, definitely, you know, wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Being such loyal listeners, we care about you. So
very good. I appreciate it. And listen, you know, all my best and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. You know how I feel about your father, by the way. So.
Same to you, for sure.
All right.
So with that, so we'll talk to everybody next week then.
All right, partner. I'll talk to you next week.